You wake up suddenly. The room is pitch black. As your eyes slowly adjust to the dark, you look toward the corner of your bedroom, and your blood freezes. Standing perfectly still, right next to your closet, is a tall, menacing figure. You can see its shoulders. You can see the shape of its head. And most terrifyingly, you can clearly see a face staring right back at you. Your heart hammers violently against your ribs. Your breathing stops. Your brain floods your body with adrenaline, screaming at you to run or fight. Slowly, trembling, you reach out, find the light switch, and flick it on. In an instant, the terrifying demon in the corner vanishes. It transforms back into exactly what it actually is, a jacket draped over the back of a chair and a pile of laundry. This exact scenario has happened to you. It happens to every single human being on Earth. But have you ever stopped to ask why? Why is your brain so incredibly eager to terrify you? Why does it look at a completely random pile of clothes, the texture of a wooden door, or the shadows of tree branches against a window, and instantly construct a face? This phenomenon is scientifically known as pareidolia. But do not make the mistake of thinking this is a glitch in your brain. It is not an accident, and it is not a sign of an overactive imagination. It is one of the most brilliant, ruthless, and highly tuned survival mechanisms ever programmed into human DNA. Your brain is forcing you to see faces in the dark because, for the vast majority of human history, not seeing a face in the dark meant you were going to die. Today, we are unlocking the terrifying evolutionary math behind why your mind hallucinates monsters. And if you are obsessed with discovering the hidden survival software running inside your own head, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. We decode the darkest secrets of human biology every single week, and you will not want to miss the mysteries we uncover next. Let's step back roughly 100,000 years. The world is a merciless, brutal place, and human beings are incredibly vulnerable. We do not have venom. We do not have armored scales. We cannot outrun a cheetah, and our night vision is frankly terrible compared to almost everything else hunting on the prehistoric savanna. What we do have is a massive, energy-hungry supercomputer sitting inside our skulls, and its absolute primary job is pattern recognition. Evolution forces your brain to constantly scan the environment, filtering massive amounts of visual noise to look for shapes, movements, and most importantly, predators. But evolution had to make a very specific, high-stakes mathematical choice about how your brain processes this visual information. In statistics, there is a concept known as type 1 and type 2 errors. A type 1 error is a false positive. Imagine you are an ancient human. You hear a rustle in the tall grass. You look over and see a shadowy shape that looks exactly like a lion's face. You scream, drop your food, and sprint for your life, your heart pounding. But when you look back from a safe distance, you realize it was just the wind blowing through a perfectly shaped bush. You look foolish. You burned a few precious calories running away. But you are completely safe. You live to see another day. Now, consider the type 2 error. A false negative. You hear a rustle in the tall grass. You see a shadowy shape. But your brain takes its time, analyzes the data, and says, don't worry, the lighting is just playing tricks on you. There is no face there. You stay calm. You keep eating. You relax. And then the lion hiding in that grass leaps out and kills you. The evolutionary math is brutally simple. The cost of a false positive is just a little bit of wasted energy and some social embarrassment. The cost of a false negative is your life, ending immediately. Your brain is not optimized for perfect accuracy. It is optimized purely for survival. Because of this, evolution heavily favored the paranoid. The ancestors who survived long enough to pass on their genes were the ones whose brains overreacted to absolutely everything. We are the direct descendants of the extremely paranoid apes who ran away from bushes, shadows, and oddly shaped rocks. The ancient humans who possessed calm, completely rational brains that waited for 100% visual confirmation before running away. They were eaten. They did not survive long enough to become your ancestors. So today, when you look at a cloud, a piece of burnt toast, or a dark corner of your bedroom, your brain is applying that exact same ancient survival algorithm. It is aggressively scanning for facial geometry, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. If it detects even a 5% match in the shadows, it does not wait for more information. It instantly triggers a false positive and forces you to perceive a face. Your brain would rather lie to you 1,000 times a day than miss one real threat. It is a hyperactive threat detection system that you literally cannot turn off. And if you are fascinated by the fact that your modern anxieties are just ancient survival instincts hiding in plain sight, take a second to hit subscribe. Our tribe is growing faster than ever, we are digging deep into the evolutionary ghosts haunting our minds, and we want you here with us. Join the community. But this brings up a fascinating question. Why faces? Why doesn't your brain hallucinate snakes, or spiders, or bears in the dark with the same vivid intensity? Why is it specifically human-like faces that we see everywhere? To answer that, we have to look at the single most dangerous apex predator our ancestors ever faced. It wasn't the cave lion. It wasn't the dire wolf. It was other human beings. For most of our history, we shared this planet with other species of hominids, like the robust Neanderthals and the Denisovans. Furthermore, we fiercely competed with rival tribes of our own species for scarce resources. An ambush from a rival tribe was the ultimate prehistoric nightmare. And humans are, by nature, ambush predators. We hide. We use camouflage. We wait in the dark. The ability to instantly pick out the shape of a human face hiding in the chaotic, dappled light of a dense forest was the most valuable visual skill an ancient human could possess. Because the threat from other humans was so severe, your brain actually dedicated massive amounts of neural real estate specifically to facial recognition. There is an entire, highly specialized region in your brain called the fusiform face area. Its only job, its entire purpose, is to process faces faster than any other visual input. Before you even consciously realize you are looking at something, this part of your brain has already scanned it, matched the geometry, and sent a jolt of adrenaline directly into your bloodstream. It operates faster than conscious thought because, in an ambush, milliseconds dictate who lives and who dies. This facial recognition software is so incredibly sensitive and overpowered that it misfires constantly in the modern world. Think about looking at the front of a car. You instantly see the headlights as eyes and the grille as a mouth. You immediately assign it an emotion. An aggressive sports car, a happy little compact car. You cannot help it. It is a biological imperative overriding your logic. The dark is especially triggering for this ancient system. When the lights go out, visual information becomes incredibly scarce. Your brain is suddenly starved of reliable data. But the primal fear of the dark, the deeply ingrained knowledge that the dark is where the predators hide, is still fully active. So, your brain enters a state of extreme hypervigilance. It takes the tiny, incomplete fragments of visual noise available in a dark room, a dark shadow, a fold in a curtain, the outline of a hanging coat. It forcibly stitches those random fragments together to create the thing it fears the most. It literally paints a face over the static. In the absence of light, your brain generates its own monsters. It operates on the ancient principle that it is vastly better to see a ghost that isn't there than to miss an assassin who is. The monsters in your closet and the demons lurking in the dark corners of your room are not signs that your mind is playing tricks on you. They are not signs of weakness. They are signs that your mind is working perfectly. They are the echoes of a terrifying, brutal past where the night was filled with very real teeth, claws, and rival spears. You have inherited a brain forged in a prehistoric war zone. A brain that loves you enough to terrify you, just to ensure you stay alive. You are the product of millions of years of paranoid, hypervigilant survivors. The uncanny valley, the primal fear of the dark, the faces you see hidden in the shadows, they are all interconnected pieces of the same ancient armor. So tonight, when you wake up at 3 in the morning, look across the room, and see a terrifying face staring at you from the corner, take a deep breath. Turn on the light. Look at that pile of laundry. And be incredibly grateful that your brain is still standing guard, fighting a prehistoric war that ended thousands of years ago. Thank you for exploring the dark shadows of the human mind with us today. If this journey changed how you look at your own biology and the things that scare you, prove it by hitting the subscribe button and leaving a like. We are uncovering the ancient secrets hiding in plain sight every single week, and you don't want to face the dark without our community. Until next time, trust your instincts, respect your fears, and appreciate the ancient alarm system keeping you alive.